Hi everyone. So I wanted to give you an update of what I've been reading because it's been a minute since I've updated you. I have done some B-roll and all that stuff, so you have seen, and also I'm continuing from my last vlog, but I wanted to talk to you guys about it. But I had finished Mockingjay, and I actually read this relatively quickly compared to the first two books, and because it flew right by. It was really like a quick read, and it was really great to finish or rereading this series again because I hadn't read this one in such a long time, and it was really fast paced. There was like a lot going on, and it was kind of like, wrapping up the series as a whole. And there was like so much that I forgot about this book. I loved the like rebellion aspect of it, and like them trying to take down the man essentially, and like take down the Hunger Games essentially. So I just really loved that aspect of it. And I also loved the moments of PETA not really like sure if he should trust Katniss because of like what he was going through, which I won't say because it might be a spoiler for some people, but he is kind of going through this thing in this third book of where he doesn't know like who to trust, and he's kind of in like a weird mental state. And I really, really loved that part of it. I totally forgot that happened, but I mean, I kind of remembered like as I was reading it, but initially I like forgot that that had happened. But that was like a major part of the book because she was like trying to make him believe, but he was really like aggressive, and just people were telling him different things, and in the state he was, he didn't really know which way to go. So I really liked that aspect of it. And there's just a lot of emotion in this series. I mean, it's a hard thing to go through, to literally be in a games where you're killing people and you're like the last one standing. So you have all of that like in your mind. And it's interesting because in the first book, Katniss doesn't really go in to like kill people. She kind of just survives like by going in hiding and making an alliance with PETA, and she doesn't really have to kill anyone until the very end, really, because she doesn't really want to kill anyone. So she has to face, oh my god, I can't think of his name, but the last, oh, Thresh. So she has to kill, I'm pretty sure it's Thresh. I'll look it up after this, but he's the last one to survive. Like the three of them are the last. PETA, Katniss, and Thresh are the last, and Thresh is like this very strong, oh no, it's Kato, I think. It's either Kato or Thresh, I can't remember, but I'll look it up. But she kind of has to decide whether to kill, because like he's also trying to attack PETA, but he doesn't, like Katniss doesn't really end up killing him. He kind of kills his own self because he falls into like the pits of like the bloodhounds or whatever. So that's like really interesting in itself, but she still carries this weight of like all these people have died and I'm the only person, like me and PETA are the only person. So I love that like theme that kind of goes across the whole series. I would say, oh, and I also liked, because one of the main characters in Catching Fire gets killed, and I liked like the after effects of that because like they were really close, and I just really loved like the emotional ties, and like it felt really real. Like if you were going through this time and age, like I feel like you would be feeling all these things. So I really loved how Susan Collins wrote that. Easy to be inside Katniss's head during that. And then there's also like the like President Snow, and like all of these people are trying to manipulate her in different ways, which I really liked that aspect as well. Again, it was very difficult, so it's hard to say like I liked it, but like I liked how it was written essentially. So yeah, this was really intense and really good. I love it. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. I think overall my favorite is still the first book. I just think it still holds up to this day, and it really just introduces us to this crazy world, and I love the relationships that we get in here and how everything kind of just starts in this book. And I liked learning about all the different like districts and all that stuff. And then I probably would say I actually really liked Mockingjay after rereading it. So I think that Mockingjay is number 2, and then Catching Fire is number 3. There are certain aspects of this book that I liked, but it's kind of like a filler book, I feel like. And we got some new characters, which I did like, but I just really love the emotions in this one. So I think this is number 2 and this is number 3 for my like rankings of which book I liked more. But yeah, really happy to have reread this series. Really great, and it really helped me prepare for the next book I'm reading. So it was just really good to get those out of my hands. But now I am reading The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, which is a prequel to the Hunger Games series and follows President Snow. And I believe it's like way before the Hunger Games even started. So like it happened like a way earlier. I don't like President Snow. I don't think anyone does. So this should be a really interesting book to read because I really don't want him to be humanized because he really made like a horrible thing. Like that was so filled with greed and death, and like it was just a really horrible thing to even come up with. So I don't really want to see him be humanized in here. I'm also going to change my bookmark. I just haven't had the time to do that yet. I literally just started like a couple days ago and I'm on chapter 4, so we're kind of just getting the beginnings of the book. Not a lot has happened, but I don't know how I will feel if he is humanized because I don't really care for him. So but yeah, that is what I'm reading now. And then I'm going to try to get my hands on the new one that just came out, the one that's based off of Haymitch. I've heard that one is a lot better than this one. So, and I like Haymitch as a character. So I am physically reading it, but also listening to the audiobook. I found the audiobook on Everand. So that is what I'm doing for this book. But yeah, hopefully I can finish it by the end of this month. And I think with the audiobook, it'll help me get through it faster because it's a pretty big book. This version is over 500. It's like 517 pages. And the last Hunger Games book was, and this is a hardback, this 390. So this one is way bigger than this one. So I'm glad I was able to find the audiobook for that because the end of May is already coming up in full swing, which is kind of crazy. I can't believe that. So yeah, so I think I'll just like finish this vlog whenever I finish this book. And I think that's what I'll do. I'll probably have like 2 vlogs per month, just because that's kind of like easier for me. And I really I do the majority of my reading over the weekend. I read a couple, like I'll read for like a half hour before bed to like help me fall asleep, but that's not enough to like get through, a lot. So yes, there is that. That is my update. I'm sorry I haven't updated you in a while, but life's been kind of crazy. I saw Beyoncé, so I'll probably put some clips here and there. I don't know if I can put the actual show in there, but I'll put something in there. And then last weekend, I was feeling horrible with stomach issues, so I just did not want to be on camera. And it was really hot that weekend too, so I kind of just did not record anything last weekend. And then this coming weekend, I'm actually going to go back home to the Bay Area to see my family because I have not gone back home in a while. So I'll just be there. I'll leave Monday because it's a holiday. And then following weekend, I'm seeing Stray Kids. So that's great. So I might just do like a beginning of the month vlog and then like an end of the month vlog. And hopefully I will be able to get through this relatively quickly. I am gonna bring this on the plane with me. It's a very fast plane ride, so I don't know how much I'll get through with this, but it's like less than an hour of a plane ride. So yeah, we'll see how much I get through with this because I'm also writing. So I do want to continue writing because I am like in a creative mindset right now, and I just want to get as much words as I can before I fall off the deep end again because I feel like that's how my writing goes. It's like I'm either in a really, really good writing mood and just like continue to write and just write whenever I can. And then there's like a time where I'm also like, I don't feel like writing at all. So I'm trying to just like write now because I'm in a good like writing mood, and there's some stuff that I really want to write. So yes, there is that. I'm going to drink some coffee, and I'm also going to actually write before I head off to work. So I'll catch you later. Hi everyone, so I wanted to extend this vlog, which is mainly a reading vlog, but I've had some concerts this month that I'm just attaching onto this vlog. And tomorrow I'm seeing Stray Kids at SoFi Stadium in LA, so super excited about that. This will be my third time seeing Stray Kids. I saw them first at KCON and got really into them because of KCON. That was in 2021. Then I saw them for their Maniac tour at BMO Stadium, and now I'm seeing them at a bigger venue at SoFi. So I'm super excited, and I'm really happy I got tickets for the Saturday show versus the Sunday show because tomorrow's gonna be an all-day thing. Because with these K-pop concerts, you literally have to get there so early because everyone gets there early for merch. I'm literally just going there early for parking. Because there's another event happening at the Kia Forum that same night. So I just want to get there early, get my parking spot, and just, you know, spend the day at SoFi Stadium. But thankfully, I think my cousin is gonna come and hang out with me for a couple of hours. So I will be spending some time with her. I'll get like in and out for lunch. It'll be a fun day. So I'll kind of like take you along with me. But I just stopped at the grocery store because I never buy food at the venue because for one, it's very expensive. And another thing is that I don't really love stadium food. I always just feel really gross after eating it. So hold on, I'm gonna like set you down somewhere because I guess I have to wash this water bottle anyways. I'll put you on my water bottle. We're crafty here. I'm in the kitchen area. So anyways, but I never get the food at the venues because it's just cheap and gross, but it's way expensive. So like, it's not worth it. So what I'll do is before I get into my parking area, I will get in and out for lunch because I'll be around lunchtime. And then I'm gonna eat my car. And then for dinner, I found these ready-made sandwiches at Albertsons. There's 3. I'm gonna have one for lunch right now because I'm getting hungry for lunch. So I'll have one of these for now, see how it tastes, if I need to add anything. I don't think it has mayo or anything, so I'll probably have to add that. But the bread looks good and they're already made, so I'll have to remember to bring my lactate pills tomorrow because I have dairy issues now, which is unfortunate, so I'll remember to bring those tomorrow. So yeah, I will be eating this for dinner. Got protein, carbs, that's all you need. And then I bought a water bottle because I'll need something like during the day, and I'm also gonna bring like maybe something like my Stanley or something with me so that I have water for the drive back home after the concert, because again, I don't want to spend like $10 on water at the venue, so I will just not drink during the show. I may get like a drink during the show. We'll see how I'm feeling. I typically get a drink like while I'm walking around because I usually get there like way before the doors open, so like I have a few hours to like kill, so I might get a drink. What else did I get? I got this little like orzo pasta salad, which I'll have as like a side along with my sandwich. I was like, it'll be a light and healthy dinner. But the good thing about these is that it comes with 3, so I'll have one for, you know, lunch today, and then I'll have one for dinner tomorrow, and then if I'm still hungry, like when I get back home, I'll have one left. So that, I saw that and I was like, oh, that's literally perfect, so I don't have to make my own sandwiches. And then I also just got this for fun. I'm not taking this with me for the show, but it's the 7-Up cake, and it was part of their $5 Friday deals. I went to Albertsons to get all this, which is owned by the same people of like Vaughn's and Ralph's and, or no, Ralph's is Kroger. It's Vaughn's and Safeway. They're all under the same branch. I don't know if you care about that. I used to work for Safeway back in the day, so yes, anyways. What else? So before I get to the venue early in the morning, I have to make a stop at K-Town and get a light stick. So I had initially, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna get the light stick at the concert because they usually sell the light sticks during the shows, but they're not selling the light sticks for the show, which is quite annoying. So I was like looking online, trying to see where I could find a light stick, and it was like sold out. Like, I don't trust Amazon because sometimes they're like knockoffs. So I just like don't get those on Amazon unless it's specifically like what ATEEZ did when they made like a shop, like an ATEEZ shop on Amazon. That's how I bought their light stick, but I don't trust like other sellers on Amazon. So I was like scouring the internet and like everything was sold out and I'm not going to get here on time. And I found this place in LA called K-Pop Bestie. And so I was like, oh, they have fast shipping. I can pay for 1-day shipping and hopefully get it this week. And I still hadn't gotten an update on it. So I emailed the customer support team and was like, hey, like, will this be like here on time for Saturday? And they immediately got back to me, which was really cool. They're like, well, probably not, but you can pick it up like if you want to, like in store. And I was like, oh, great, because they're in K-Town. So I was like, okay, cool. So I said, yes, I'll pick it up because they said it would be here on Friday. Today's Friday, but I can't go to K-Town right now because of traffic. But I was like, oh, I can pick it up Saturday before the show since I'm gonna head in early. And they're like, okay, great, we'll have it ready for you. So before I go into SoFi, I'm going to K-Town, which is kind of good because then I can avoid the 405 at all costs. So I can go to K-Town, taking the 101 the whole way, and then I'll go from K-Town to SoFi, which is like a little over 30 minutes maybe. So yeah, that's my plan for tomorrow. It's gonna be a very long day. It's really hot today. I hope it's not super hot tomorrow. I hope it cools down just like a little bit because I'm wearing red and black because that's like the colors of the DominATE album. But yeah, that'll be my adventure tomorrow. I'll take you along with me. I'm gonna flat iron my hair tonight. I might wash it and blow dry it and then flat iron it later in the evening. But I want to work out today, so I'll probably shower after I work out so I can let my hair dry naturally a little bit and then blow dry it. I think I'll do that. But yeah, I'm mainly working from home today. It's my lunch break. So yeah, that's the K-pop update, and I'll update you on the reading in like after I eat because I'm starving. So goodbye. Hello everyone. So I just wanted to give you a quick update of my reading. I just finished the audiobook for Dreams Lie Beneath by Rebecca Ross. I ended up giving it a 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. I didn't really have any issues with it, and it was just like a fun like book. It took me a lot longer to read just because audiobooks, if I don't have the physical book with me, I kind of just read it when I'm like doing laundry and doing like chores and all that stuff. So it takes me a little bit longer to get through those books, but I'm glad I got it done on the 30th. We literally have just tomorrow left of the day, and tomorrow's going to be a busy day, so I don't know how much reading I'll get done. I am still reading The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I'm like halfway through. I did find the audiobook on Everand, so I'm listening to that while reading physically. I will probably bring this with me tomorrow since like I'm literally gonna be in Inglewood all day. So I will be there until the end of the concert and getting there by like 12. So I might just like listen to the audiobook while I'm like walking around. I my cousin is going to be coming over to meet me for a couple of hours while I'm there because I'm going by myself. So, like, it would just be me hanging out in Inglewood by myself. But I invited her and she was like, oh, totally down. And we're going to get, like, lunch together and just hang out. She'll probably help take pictures for me. Because usually when I go to the concerts by myself, I'm, like, just taking selfies. Or if I have the courage to, like, ask someone to take a picture of me. But yeah, it's kind of hard to get picture, like when I'm by myself, it's hard to ask for pictures like during the day portion because I feel like everyone's just like handing out freebies and like getting merch and stuff. So like I don't want to like interrupt anyone. But at Beyoncé, I did ask for someone to take a picture of me. And it was kind of like when everyone was just like waiting around for the show to start. So maybe when I'm in the venue, I might do that. We'll see. I haven't really interacted with a lot of stays because for the last time I saw them, we got to the venue pretty late and I was with my aunt. So like I didn't really interact with them very much. So I haven't like closely interacted with stays. But yeah, we shall see how that goes. If all else fails, I'll still have photos like outside the stadium. So yeah, anyways, yeah, just wanted to give you this little update for the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I'm liking it. Like, I still think Suzanne Collins is a great writer. Like, she is really great. But I'm kind of, like, bored of this story. Like, I don't really care for President Snow. So, I kind of knew that going in that, like, I didn't know how I was going to feel about this book. But, yeah, I don't know. It's not gripping me as much as like the Hunger Games did. So yeah, and I don't love like the new characters and stuff. So like yeah, I'm just not super excited about it. But I do love this edition. It's so pretty. And the like edges, oh, so pretty. So yeah, we'll see how it changes. Like I'm still halfway through the book, but I'm like kind of like wanting things to happen more. Like it just seems very slow going. Whereas I felt like the Hunger Games were very fast paced and like so much stuff was going on in each and every book. So this one is just taking time for me to like get into it. But that could also just be that like I don't really care for President Snow. So yeah. Anyway, so the rest of my night, because I literally was just sitting because like I was just like I'm gonna get this book done. So I've literally been listening to Dreams Lie Beneath like all day because I've been working from home pretty much. So I was just listening to it like while I was doing laundry because I was trying to get laundry done so I don't have to worry about it over the weekend. And like when I was getting all my concert stuff ready. So I was like, I'm gonna finish this. Then my power went out for like a split second. It's been pretty hot here today. I've literally been inside all day because I like did not want to bear the heat. I did some stuff in the morning, but around 12, I kind of just hung out inside, so I don't know how hot it was. There was a lot of flies outside, so it was probably really hot. But I've been inside pretty much like all day, just listening to the book, and I just finished it. So now I'm going to watch some Stray Kids Skiz Code because I am behind on that. Because they always drop episodes when I'm not expecting it. And when they do, they like do a lot in a row because they probably just film a bunch like whenever they have the time to. And they'll just like release it like all at once and then go on a break. But then I always miss the like release. So I was still watching stuff from like Christmas time. So yeah, I was like, I need to catch up to this. So I'll probably watch an episode of that, have some cake. I'm having some wine right now, and it's a pretty chill Saturday night. I flat ironed my hair. It's in a bun right now because I don't want it to get messed up overnight. But I'll probably like run through it again before I leave tomorrow. But yeah, I'll probably update you like with my outfit for tomorrow, and that'll be like right before I head out. So, catch you then. Hi everyone, this is the outfit for Stray Kids. I just have a black and red top that I got from Amazon. It's kind of like soft, it's really nice, and it's a little like sheer, so I put a camisole underneath, and just some black pleather pants and some shoes that say Stray Kids on them. So they're actually really comfy. I got these off Amazon, so very surprised on the comfort level. And then I got my Han in here, and I'll show you my concert bag. But here she is. I put all of them in here. I have a little Hyunjin keychain thing, and then the Stray Kids light stick, which I'm about to head out to pick up, the real one. And I've got Han here on the side. If anyone wants to know, Han is my bias. And then the rest are, hold on. The rest are all kind of records for me, but I'm gonna head out real quick because there's a bit of traffic. So I will see y'all later. Bye. Hello everyone, so I wanted to let you guys know that I have ended up finishing the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Now I reread The Hunger Games to be in preparation of this book, as well as The Sunrise on the Reaping, which just came out, and they're getting in early preparations of the movie that's coming out with casting and everything. They are, I think, slated to start filming that like this year. So there's been a lot of buzz around that. And I mean, the book literally just came out and she already has the movie coming out, or, you know, in preparation. But I finished this at like over the weekend. Sorry, I'm a little out of it. I just ate, so I'm also like digesting. But anyways, I finished this over the weekend and I thought it was just okay. I didn't love the story and I didn't love like Cornelius Snow. Never liked him in The Hunger Games. And I was just like, why is there a book about him? Like, I also don't really love prequels. So I was already like not super excited about this, but I did want to read it because I do want to read The Sunrise on the Reaping because it follows Haymitch, who is like one of my favorite characters. So I am excited to read that, but this one just fell a little flat to me. It was a little slow and it was just like not gripping me the way like The Hunger Games did. Like there's just so much going on in The Hunger Games and it was such a good series and I just loved all the characters in that series and I loved like, you know, how it ended. And this one just didn't do it for me. I thought how the Hunger Games were like in this time was really interesting to read about versus like the Hunger Games now where it's like such a big spectacle and all that stuff. But I just really wasn't interested in any of the characters. And yeah, I don't know. It just kind of fell flat for me. So I ended up rating it a 3 out of 5 stars and just kind of happy that I have it done, to be honest. So it took me a while to read, and also like last month was a really busy month for me. So I just didn't have the time to really sit and read except for the weekends. So yeah, I just wasn't too into this one. But with that being said, I will be starting Sunrise on the Reaping for June. It is June 4th. I am now only just telling you guys that I finished this. Like I said, it's been very busy. As last week, I went to Stray Kids. Last weekend, I went to see Stray Kids, which I mentioned before, and had a great time. They are one of my favorite groups, so I'll put like clips in that in this vlog. So this will be kind of a longish vlog because I ended up like making it last until I finish this book. So yes, have this done. So I feel like I kind of want to like re-rate these books in order of like my favorite to my least favorite. So, or least favorite to my favorite. I think that would be fun to kind of end this vlog on. But yeah, this is probably my least favorite. And obviously this is its own thing. It's not really, it is about the Hunger Games, but it's not like the original trilogy. So, but this is like my least favorite. I just did not really care about it. And it's sad because I love Suzanne Collins. Like she's still such a great writer and the writing was really well done. I just didn't really love the story. So that's on that. And surprisingly, like after my reread, I really liked Catching Fire. I just really loved the emotions that played out in this book and what kind of like the PTSD of like the first Hunger Games. I loved how Suzanne Collins wrote that and how Katniss was dealing with that. Obviously, it's hard to say I love because it's not a fun thing to be going through as someone as young as her and in this really dark, you know, scenario where they're literally killing people. But I kind of loved the follow-up of like the Hunger Games and how she was dealing with it, how Peeta was dealing with it. And I also really liked the new characters in this one. I really liked Finnick and I liked his arc as well. Yeah, there's just a lot more going on for me in this one. So I think this is my favorite out of the trilogy, which is surprising because it is the second book in the series. But I just really loved the like how we got to see Katniss after winning the Hunger Games because I feel like it was very real how she was reacting. So yes, really love that. And then I think probably second goes to the Hunger Games. Still love this book. It still holds up. This is an older series, but I feel like it does stand the test of time. Like, I feel like you can read it whenever, because it is kind of a dystopian future world. So I think that's what I like about these kind of books, is that you can kind of read them whenever in any century, and it can still relate to like where you're living in. And like, there's so many different things about this world that I feel like we can easily relate to in the real world right now, currently. So yeah, which is really interesting because she wrote this in like 2012-ish, I think. Because I feel like I watched the second one when I was in college. So yeah, I think it was like around then. But yeah, it still holds up, and so does Catching Fire. I also watched the movie for Catching Fire, which really intense. The movie is really intense, and I forgot how intense it was because it's been a while since I've watched the second book. And Hunger Games, still, the first movie was great as well, but I really liked the second book, and it was such an interesting structure of a movie. But because like we get a whole first half of like not being in the games, and then we are in the Quarter Quell games, and that was also really intense. And I loved like the new additions of the games and all of that, like, and I think the acting was really good as well in those films. So yes, loved Catching Fire. And I think third goes to Mockingjay, and it's not that it's bad, like I still rated it a 4 out of 5 stars. I just, you know, so much happened in these first two books that I was kind of like, how is she gonna wrap this up? And again, I forgot a lot about this one because it's been a while since I've read this one. But I did love the like progression and like of the relationship between Peeta and Katniss, because of what Peeta was going through after the effects of this book. So yeah, I really liked that aspect of it. And again, I love being in Katniss's head because I feel like Suzanne Collins really wrote real well thought out emotions of someone going through this kind of thing, because it does feel like you're going through a war. Is the Hunger Games literally feels like war, because you're killing people and are forced to kill people, and whether or not you want to. So I feel like there's just a lot of similarities to war and how people are affected after something like war. So yes, I did enjoy that aspect of it. Again, it's weird to say enjoy because it's not like this is not an enjoyable time for anyone, but I enjoyed Suzanne Collins' writing of how she, you know, portrayed all those elements and all that stuff. So yeah, this was great. So happy to have reread this. Again, it's been a while since I've reread these two. I've reread this one a couple of times in the past and have watched this movie many times. So this was more fresh in my mind. And this one was just okay. So yeah, with that being said, I'm going to end the vlog here because this is actually probably going to be kind of long because I tried to update you guys more. And yeah, there's a lot going on in May. So it's a little sporadic, but I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoy it. Catch you guys in the next vlog. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to hit subscribe, definitely do, only if you want to. Not forcing you. And again, I'm going to link my other channel down in the description below, which is like a K-pop reaction channel in case you guys like K-pop. So yeah, and I'm trying to add more things to that reaction channel, and I'm trying to still figure out what I want to do with this channel, whether it just be vlogs or also again more like discussion type videos. I'm still trying to figure out. I haven't really been able to pay attention to this one as much because again, girl's been busy. So yeah, anyways, I hope you enjoy, and I will see you all for the next one. Bye.